Right now, Canada is updating the Equine Code of Practice, and you can share your thoughts until March 12th. You don't need to be an expert, you just need a little time. Hi, I'm Sammy. I help explain how farmed animal welfare works in Canada and how people like you can speak up for animals. So who are equines? Well, many people think of these animals as companions, and often they are. But under Canadian policy, horses and donkeys are also included in farming systems, and that's why national care standards matter. So what makes equines different? Well, they're prey animals, so often they'll hide their pain, their fear, and their stress. This means that a horse can look quiet and calm and still be very uncomfortable. Long-term stress can lead to things like stomach problems, anxiety, behavior issues, troubles with training, and that's why small details in their care really matter. So we go by the 3 F's of horse welfare: friends, forage, and freedom. That means time with other horses, constant access to food like hay or grass, and space to move and explore. When horses don't have those things, their bodies and minds can suffer. So what is this code actually? Well, the Equine Code of Practice isn't law, but it is a national set of guidelines developed through the National Farm Animal Care Council. It includes recommended best practices and some required minimum standards. Even though it isn't a law, it still matters a lot. It helps set the standard for what is considered acceptable care in Canada, and it influences industry programs, audits, welfare assessments, and more. So the wording in this code really affects equines. The draft does include some positive updates, but there's still really important gaps. For example, the draft does not set clear minimum requirements for daily turnout, which is time outside, social time with other horses, enrichment or ways to explore and stay mentally active, and some housing setups still allow very limited space and tie stalls. On top of that, branding methods that cause pain are still allowed even though safer identification options exist. And after transport, monitoring is not always required, even though horses can hide their pain. This is why public input matters. Most feedback on this codes come from industry stakeholders because the documents are long and hard to review. That's why we want to break them down for you. When more members of the public participate, welfare concerns are harder to overlook, higher standards are easier to support, and the final code reflects more perspectives. And what's written now can shape horse care for years. The Equine Code of Practice is open for public comment until March 12th, 2026. You can share feedback in your own words, use our summaries to guide you, and speak up for strong welfare standards. If you learned something in this video, please like, save, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow the Vancouver Humane Society for more explainers, and sign up for email updates to know when public input is needed. Horses can't speak in these consultations, but we can.